So I'd like to introduce you to actually something that Nathan was talking about earlier, and that is primary care that's solely for Medicare enrollees. We all have the negative experience of going into a physician's office, sitting in a waiting room, sitting in the waiting room some more, and being surrounded by all sorts of other people that are in the same situation. Well, again, if you can segment the population and only serving one, it changes the whole customer experience when it comes to Medicare. And I'm going to give you an example, which is Archwell. That's Nathan's company. Now, there are several others. CenterWell is another company that does very much what Archwell does, and ChenMed, Iora, Oak Street. These are all relatively new organizations that are growing up because what they're doing is changing the nature of healthcare delivery to seniors. But if you're under 65, don't bother going. You're not eligible. It's only for Medicare because they want to focus on the Medicare population, do right by them. So let's take a look at what it looks like. So this is a picture I grabbed off the internet. This is a waiting room, except it's not really a waiting room because people don't wait. You have an appointment, you go back. You register, you get back very quickly. But what you can't see here are some interesting things. On the left-hand side is the community room. What happens in the community room? Well, it depends on the day and the hour. You know, it could be that there's a Zumba class going on in the community room because Zumba is good for your balance. And seniors have a tendency to fall, and when they fall and they break a hip, that leads to problems. So it could be Zumba or Tai Chi. It could be a computer skills class in the afternoon because loneliness is an issue for people that are Medicare and maybe have not the mobility that they used to have. So if we can teach them computer skills, they can interact with their family who may be 3 states away. So that community room is very highly used. Off to the right, there are tables, people playing cards. They didn't have an appointment. They come in to play cards with their friends. This is a community center that's masquerading as a medical center because community is really important to people who are older and maybe their family lives far from them. So this becomes their community center.